Picture this, a garden bursting with life, every flower in bloom, and you're thinking, how do people actually manage that? Today, we're diving into the art of English fluency, but with a twist. We'll learn through the ups and downs of gardening.
That's such a clever hook. I'm really excited, because everyone thinks speaking English well is about speed, but it's actually about saying things clearly and confidently. I'm here to help turn simple words into powerful, natural sentences.
Absolutely. And by the end of this episode, you'll know how to make your speech flow naturally, use the right grammar, and sprinkle in those conversational transitions that make you sound fluent.
We'll cover how to describe future plans, use phrasal verbs like a native, pick up advanced structures like passive voice, and even weave in some storytelling, all anchored in the world of gardening. Ready to get your hands dirty with us?
You know, gardening and language learning are weirdly similar. I used to think you just toss seeds into the dirt and hope for the best, kind of like memorizing vocab and hoping you'll speak fluently.
That's exactly it. Real progress comes from patience and knowing a few simple rules. In gardening, as in English, you need to nurture your skills and trust the process, not just rush to the finish line.
Right. And the cool thing is, both require little adjustments along the way, like how the tiniest tweak in your watering routine or grammar can totally change the outcome.
And just like you notice new growth in a garden, you'll start noticing small wins in your speaking. It's all about building confidence and celebrating those steps.
When gardeners plan ahead, they use language that's super practical, the first conditional. For instance, if I water these hydrangeas every morning, they will flourish. It's such a simple formula, but so powerful for talking about future plans.
I love that example because it mirrors how we set up expectations in English. If you practice these patterns, you'll sound much more natural when describing what could happen next, whether it's with plants or daily life.
Funny enough, it's the backbone of so many conversations. If I study tonight, I'll pass the test. Or if it rains tomorrow, we'll stay inside. Once you start using it, it opens up a whole new level of fluency.
And the more you use it, the easier it is to predict and talk about outcomes, just like a gardener does with their plants.
Here's where things get really interesting. Phrasal verbs. You'll hear things like back off, drown out, or sprout up all the time in English conversations, but textbooks rarely teach you how to use them naturally.
They're everywhere. I remember a neighbor once said, "You need to back off with that hose." It made me realize just how much phrasal verbs flavor real speech, making it sound less robotic and more alive.
Totally. It's like adding a handful of compost to your language. Suddenly, your sentences are richer and full of life. Even using just a few makes a big difference.
So true. Next time you hear a native speaker, listen for those little verb combos. They're the secret ingredient to fluent, casual English.
What really boosted my confidence was learning to describe things with a bit more detail. Instead of saying, "My plan is growing," try, "My plan is growing rapidly," or "It's slightly wilted." Adverbs of degree make your English so much more vivid.
That's a fantastic tip. And when you want to sound extra polished, especially in explanations, the passive voice is your friend. Like, the compost is broken down by microbes over several months. It shifts the focus and just sounds smoother.
Exactly. Whether you're talking about plants or processes, these structures help you sound more advanced and natural at the same time.
And if you weave them into your stories, people will be drawn in, not just by your language, but by how you express yourself.
Last summer, I found a mystery vine in my backyard. I called my brother over, and we started guessing what it might be. A pumpkin, maybe a watermelon, or just a really pushy weed.
Moments like that are perfect for practicing English. You end up using conditionals, descriptions, and creative guesses. Even saying, "If it turns out to be a watermelon, I'll be shocked," is great practice.
Plus, those little mysteries make for great conversation starters. It's all about staying curious and letting your language grow with the story.
And honestly, just like in the garden, sometimes the unexpected surprises lead to the best stories and the best practice opportunities.
Looking back, 3 key takeaways jump out. First, use conditionals to talk about future plans. Second, sprinkle in phrasal verbs for a natural feel. And third, add vivid detail with adverbs and passive voice.
Building on that, here's a practical step. Next time you talk about your hobbies, gardening or otherwise, try describing them with more depth and personality. Go beyond I like gardening and share what really draws you in.
It's about moving from memorized phrases to real, connected speaking. And if you practice these tips, you'll notice your confidence and your English blooming.
We hope this inspires you to get your metaphorical hands dirty and keep experimenting with language. Keep listening, keep practicing, and let us know what conversation you want to master next.